So I was going to reply to this with a comment, but there's a lot to talk about. First and foremost, you cannot progressively overload forever. You just can't. Eventually there's a point, after decades and decades and decades of training, naturally, that you just hit a plateau. You can switch around movements, your training can be great, but after 30 years of training, not much more you can do. That's assuming your recovery, diet, training, anything, everything is good. But if you've only been training for a couple of years and you've hit a pretty serious plateau, it's time to look at your training, nutrition, or recovery. A pretty common thing, like these days, it's trendy to look at your training and, manage your fatigue and look at your split, and that's why you're not progressing. But remember that progressive overload is not muscle growth. It's a byproduct of muscle growth. It's what happens when you make adaptations, you make new muscle, so you get stronger and you lift more weight. Progressive overload does not make more muscle. Having more muscle makes you progressive overload. If you have a movement that you've been doing for a while and you just can't really progress it anymore, then consider switching to another movement. But remember that your recovery is key, and if your nutrition and your recovery is bad, your training split goes completely out the window.